Hello, my name is Diego from the Hit Music Studio, and in this video I would like to help you play the song Run by One Republic. And this is a song that is not great for beginners, but a very cool pattern that you can do a little bit of finger picking. So let me show you a little bit of an exercise that I try to do with my students to begin in this process. This is a chord that is not part of the song, but I want to try to show you, especially so we can work on your right hand. So just take your first finger of your left and fret string 4 on fret 2. So that's going to be right there so you can see it. And then I'm going to take this one out of the shot so you can see my right hand a little bit better. I'm going to be doing thumb, string 4, and string 2. And the fingers that I'm using for that are thumb, my index, and my annular. So you are not using your middle finger. So you want to try to do this pattern. So a couple of suggestions when you do this type of finger picking, you're gonna do thumb going down, and then you're gonna do the index and the annular finger almost like you're going into your palm. You have this type of motion in which you're like almost plucking it to the inside of your palm. So once again, just practice that chord. If you need to do it slowly, that's okay. Because the song mostly has that pattern, switching in strings a little bit, but that is the main bulk of what we're going to be doing. It's a great playing with your fingers that allows you to create all these types of sounds that are very different than if you're playing with the pick. At the same time, it can be very challenging. So my suggestion as a teacher is try to learn how to play with the pick first and leave this for a little bit later. So this video is intended for some students that have been playing for a little bit and they can take this challenge. And of course, as always, go really, really slow. So let's talk about the actual first chord. It's a little bit of a bar chord, but I do feel like our students can get around without doing a bar chord. And a bar chord they're complicated because you have to put a lot of pressure and distribute the pressure in multiple strings. But let me show you. You're gonna do string 5 on fret 2. Then you wanna do your string. Let me see. This is string 4 on fret 4. So it's almost like a power chord right there. So I have 2 and 4, and then I need my middle finger on 3 on string 2. So the pattern here with my right hand is gonna go on strings 5, 4, and 2. And it's that same pattern that I was showing you before, but now we are playing on strings 5, 4, and 2. Now the pattern doesn't go more than once, but I would recommend that you start by doing it more than once so you get familiar with it. So you can do this. I'm trying to move there so you can see both of my hands well. So once you get that pattern, then we need to start switching. And the challenge here, let me give you one more little tip. I'm using my first finger here to mute the 6th string. So I'm touching lightly the 6th string, like almost on the underside, so I can block it. Now, one thing is you need a good amount of pressure on string 5, and then the other ones just need to be very precisely put. This is the hardest chord. So once you get this chord down, I think the other ones are a lot more manageable, but this one it's almost like a big obstacle. So I would say if it's not sounding great, try it, don't give up, keep doing it, because that type of chord is a chord that you're gonna use all of the time. So might as well start trying it even if it doesn't sound great. So back there to the close-up. In this case, we're gonna be switching. It's pretty much a D major. You don't need the regular D major chord because we only have 2 of the notes. So we're actually not playing string 2. So I'm gonna be doing string 4, string 3, and string 1. And there I have 2 2s. So I have this finger on string 4 on fret 2, this finger on string 1 on fret 2, and it sounds the same pattern for the right hand. Now again, the strings that I'm doing are 4, 3, and 1. So now again, you can probably do the first one. Now I need to switch. The good thing about this switch is that it's pretty much the same idea, just 1 string higher. So that's a good thing from this one. If you grab it this way, you can go 1 up, and then I believe it's almost everything switches a little bit up to do strings 5, 4, and 2. And I'm doing open string from 5 and then frets 2 and 2 because I'm getting them fretted here. So maybe by then you can start doing the first 3 chords super slow. And then we need the last one. And the last one is fairly easy because my suggestion, do it with your finger 3, your ring finger, and do. Now this one, the pattern changes a little bit because I'm gonna be doing 3, 0, 0. So that means that I'm gonna be doing fret 3 on string 6, then 4th string open, and then 2nd string open as well. Now, I know, and believe me, because I have been doing this with a couple of students, it is particularly challenging. So I think it's okay to just practice each chord maybe more than once, and let's say do it, I don't know, 4 times. Because it almost gets complicated with the switching. Then do the next one. And I know the song doesn't go this way, but it's a great way to practice it. Then next one. On this last chord, make sure that you don't put it too flat, because if not, you're gonna probably mute some notes. So I remember when I was starting to play guitar, and I would watch videos of people, and sometimes you see someone doing something and you're very like when I do it, it doesn't sound not even close, and it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes the techniques do get better in time, and you just have to keep doing them. Even if they don't sound perfect, which I know it can be very discouraging, but almost try to do these patterns, because this type of pattern is very normal. So you're gonna continue to do it if you love guitar and continue to play guitar. You're gonna do very similar things. So I think it's a great exercise for you, especially on the end that you're doing chords, you're switching them, and of course you're also doing finger picking. So be patient, go really slow. Hopefully those tips help you. If you would like to know a little bit more about what we do here, check our main website, thehitmusicstudio.com. And thanks you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.